Sean Show, you guys. How are you doing? I'm here with Alex as always.
How's it going?
What's up, Alex?
Not too much.
Guys, give it up for yourselves. We have an amazing show for you as always. I am Sean, your wonderful host. We record from the Polymarket HQ building in their media and propaganda department. So welcome. We are... I'm so excited to announce, if you're a longtime listener, I know that you might have heard me say something like, I don't take money, I don't take deals. I don't take money from corporations. It biases the comedy. And I'm so excited to announce my official selling out, guys. Give it up for me. I've sold out to Polymarket for a considerable sum of money. They've decided to give me $10 a week. The Polymarket, a marketing associate, a brand strategist at Polymarket reached out to me and said, Sean, wouldn't you like to make videos for us where you pretend to win money? We'll pay you 40 cents per view you get as an incentive to help you. We all make money. Don't you get it, guys? Guys, don't you get it on Polymarket? On Polymarket, we all make money. If you work at Polymarket, you're making money. If you're talking about Polymarket and you're sponsored by them, you're making money. If you're making videos pretending to win money on Polymarket, you're making money. And where's all this money coming from? It's coming from the people that actually use Polymarket. So this is a very big story, and I want to start here. Welcome to the show. We have Polymarket. We got the midterms. We got Zoran Mamdani has a squad, which I'm excited about. And they all won their elections in New York, all of the people he endorsed. We've got a lot to get to. We've got some stuff on the reflecting pool, which has gotten an insane amount of coverage. I don't think there's ever been a pool in the world that's had more coverage than the what Trump's doing to the reflecting pool. But, you know, it's obviously in abstract. When you abstract it, it's representative. It's a reflection on what he's been doing with the government. That's how everyone's framing it. So we're going to talk about that and a lot to get to and so much more. Me personally, I'm doing good. I'm trying to quit coffee. I'm basically becoming a monk. I'm abstinent. I don't do drugs. I don't drink alcohol. I'm trying to quit coffee. I'm exercising. These are, I think it's really important. I'm in therapy. Love coffee. I had one today and that's it. And maybe 5 more later, but I won't tell you that. Trying to control. I don't know. Before we get into the news, guys, you have to control. You have to acknowledge what's out of your control and what's in your control. I think that's a very important thing that a lot of people are not doing these days, is delineating between what is in their power to change and what is not in their power to change. Now, what is in your power? What's not in your power to change? Probably not finding out who's in the Epstein files. Probably not. You can't go back in time and change the past. These are the things that we all want to control. We all want to go back into the past and say that thing to that person. We want to go back into the past. We want to go into the future and just cut to the part where we're rich and everyone and nothing matters anymore. We all want that. But I'm learning, much like the monk culture, living in the moment is so important. And one of the things that you can do, one of the things that is actually in your control is opening a Polymarket account. Opening up a Polymarket account. You have to acknowledge what's in your control and what's not in your control. You can go to Kalshi.com right now and get $50. I'm just going to advertise for free. Fuck it. I'm just going to pretend if you go to Kalshi.com right now, you can get $50 off on your first event contract purchase. You are not a gambler. You know what? If If you are a Polymarket or Kalshi user and someone in your life says, hey man, you're gambling a lot, are you okay? I have the script for you. Here's what you say to them. You go, well, first of all, you insult their intelligence and you go, you're just hating on me. First of all, you're a hater. You frame them as a hater that's jealous that you're smart and that you're on Kalshi making moves. Nothing is worse for American men than Kalshi and Polymarket because it gives them an outlet to feel like they control everything. It's actually a really genius product. Kalshi and Polymarket, the products are so genius because it gives that guy in Oklahoma City, that car wash manager, that used car salesman in Oklahoma City that sells BMWs to everyone in Oklahoma City. It gives the BMW sales guy, get him on Kalshi, and he gets addicted so quickly because it feels like he's the motherfucking president. He goes splashing money around. It's just splash. It's like some guys, they like splashing money around. It's part of what it is. It's opening up Kalshi and going, I bet he'll say pussy in the next speech. It's like, and that's what's so sinister about these apps is that it's hilarious. It's funny and it's very sinister because these applications are framing it. This is the real genius of Polymarket and Kalshi is that it is 1,000% a digital casino. 1,000%. They're digital casinos, right? But the genius of it is that the marketing language around the apps, it's totally divorced from casino-like language. When you walk into a casino, you smell the cigarette smoke. You see some of the most depressed people on the slot machines. They're 400 pounds. They're smoking and drinking. I honestly, there's really nothing more American than seeing going to a casino in Philadelphia and just seeing, Nancy, and she's 73, 74 years old, smoking and drinking, playing the slots with one hand and then doom scrolling AI content on the other hand. That is awesome. That is the definition of what it means to be in America. That's how you know you've made it. The way you know you've made it in America is if you're at a casino having whiskey on the rocks, smoking, playing high stakes slots with your left hand, and then doom scrolling AI content on Facebook Reels of cats rolling around in a flower field, and it's all a lie. AI, I don't know about you guys. I am very, very concerned for the boomer generation because the boomer generation has zero ability to distinguish real from fake. And I think this comes from the fact that their entire lives was false. That their entire upbringing was cheap money, fake economy, propped up by war. Okay. And that's it. Money printing, an entire economy created where you could actually go and work at Wendy's you could be a manager at Wendy's and then put a down payment on a home in Seattle. Isn't that fucking crazy? Is that not crazy to anyone else? And so their entire lives have been lies. Their entire life has been so easy. They had it so fucking easy that they've never had consequences. It's so ironic that boomers are always telling everyone else that we all need to, eat our broccoli. We all need to, eat this bar of soap. We need to accept the consequences of our actions, and we should have just worked harder. That's what they want. That's what they want everyone else, because in their minds, in the mind of a boomer, they did that. in the mind of a boomer, they earned everything that they have because they worked 6.5 hours at a bowling alley 3 times a week, and now they own a mansion. How is it possible? And now you work doubles at the bowling alley, right? And you have to sell weed on the side to your coworkers just to fucking survive. And so yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Like, I was in a casino recently. I went to a casino in Philadelphia. I was at a comedy club doing some shows, and my buddy and I, we went out to this casino that was across the street. And when we walk in, and casinos truly are the last place where you can hide from the world. Casinos really feels like the Roman HQ, like during the fall of Rome. This is like, if you really want to like it, like this is where people still go to just it's an escape. You go into the casino, you smell, you get 2 packs of cigarettes. You know, I was in this casino, guys. I saw people playing slots with their left hand and they're on Kalshi in their right hand. I'm like, how many more sins can you do simultaneously? I mean, but it's a great, but that's how much people want to escape reality right now, is like, they need to like numb their mind, body, and soul at the same time. I mean, it's like, just do fentanyl. If you're on a slot machine, put in $20 a gamble on the slot machine. You know, that's a lot of money, by the way. It's like thousands of dollars an hour. Smoking cigarettes, drink. I mean, that is fundamentally what gambling is. And what Silicon Valley has done with Polymarket and Kalshi, they have abstracted away all of the negative things that you might associate with Vegas or gambling, as a gambling addiction, casinos. The genius of Kalshi and Polymarket is that Kalshi and Polymarket they're really truly genius applications, because they've rebranded scumbag, degenerate behavior. Guys, we all know, if you go to have you ever met someone that actually goes to a casino on a regular basis? They're a degenerate fucking loser. You go, yeah, well, I'm going to go hit the casino. You're a degenerate fucking loser, bro. Yeah, I'm going to go to the casino like I thought. Maybe get a prostitute afterward. You're a fucking loser. You're a loser. We all, even you know it. And that's okay. Yeah, what? Any old guy, if you're just listening, is this Zoran Mamdani? I'm kidding. Is that just some random guy?
I just typed in high roller.
Oh yeah, high roller. Casinos are filled with people they like, and I get it, guys. I liked the movie Casino. I love the movie Casino. You know, where they're just it's great. There's a lot of cool, and that's how they hook you. It's classy. You get a steak. You know, Frank Sinatra, give me the sirloin steak. Hey. What'd I tell you about putting your fucking shoes on my fucking poker table? What'd I tell you? Like, it's cool. And that's the other thing that Kalshi and Polymarket have done that really is unfortunate, is having a gambling addiction. It used to be fucking classy. Having a gambling addiction used to be a cool thing. You'd wear a suit, you'd steal your wife's paycheck, and you'd go to the casino for 3 days straight. You know, you'd be smoking the entire time, wearing a nice suit, an ironed suit. You understand? You'd cheat on your wife a few times, and then you'd be like, I hate you. I got to go back to my real life. That's classy. You know, you go on crazy benders. You'd spend all night in the hotel room talking with your friend who is enabling you about how you're going to win it all back tomorrow. You know, you do a little bit of blow. You go, I can win it back. I just got to go to table 8. That table by the window, that's bad luck. If the daylight hits the table, it's bad luck. Like there were all these, like that is what gambling addiction was. I used to watch people play poker on YouTube. I get it. There's an appeal to it. And what Kalshi and Polymarket have done is not only have they tripled or however, whatever, multiplied the number of people that can instantly gamble. Which, by the way, is another thing. Back before the internet, there was a natural distance that was created between you and the gambling. You couldn't just start gambling immediately where you are, as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection. The casino was a lot, honestly, this is really, I almost am pro casino now. I'm almost like pro casino now because at least casinos, you got to drive there. And guess what? If you can't afford to put gas in your tank, maybe you shouldn't be going to the casino. There was all of the natural barriers, and I blame Silicon Valley for this. All of the natural it's friction. That's the word they always use. A better word than friction would be not playing God. To me, Silicon Valley, all of these companies, they go, oh, we reduce friction. You're playing God. So you're telling me I don't have to go to a place to do a thing anymore? I can just do everything from where I sit. That's fine. That's good, actually. It's good. No. It's actually good that you can just open up your phone and simulate being at a casino and think, and I said this a while ago, but I want to repeat it because I think it's hilarious and it didn't get enough views online. You are not a quant. And now with this Polymarkets, we didn't even get to the story yet, but so now my initial point was this, is that Polymarket and Kalshi, they have the genius of the branding of these companies, and they are digital casinos. The genius of their branding is that they use words that are that are totally divorced from casinos. Casinos use words like bet, parlay, double down, split. These words, as I say these words, you can smell the cigarette smoke. Split the tens. You know what I mean? It evokes certain things in your head. You know what I mean? Pocket fours. That's gambling. I got pocket fours. I'm all in. That's gambling. And what Kalshi has done is they realized, the marketing people at Polymarket and Kalshi, they realized that they could get an entire generation of young, mostly men, re-addicted to gambling if they were able to convince them that it's not actually gambling. Kalshi and Polymarket, they go, hey man, I know that you want to make money. You want to make money quickly? Are you upset with the state of the world and the economy and you voted for Trump, but somehow it didn't work? Again, you voted for Trump 3 times. You voted for Trump 6 times. 3 for you, 3 for your elderly dad. Hey, are you trying to... I know you want to make money. Well, guess what? Are you a smart guy? Yeah, I'm smart. Yeah, I sell BMWs. I'm a great salesman. I know strategy. Okay. Well, guess what? But it's not a casino. It's an event. We are the hottest new company on the market. All the smartest guys are using our product. We offer you the ability to make predictions about the future. I'm interested. Have you ever had an inkling that something was going to happen and then it happened? And you said, I was right about that. Well, guess what? We're giving you the ability to monetize that. Welcome to Kalshi. We are an event prediction contract broker, and you are about to be a millionaire. Like that's their pitch. And actually what you're doing is you're walking into a digital casino. It's worse because you can't even smoke. You can't even Kalshi is actually worse than a traditional casino. At least in a traditional casino, you could cheat on your wife. At least in a traditional casino, you could cheat. You know, you can have a steak dinner. On Kalshi, it's all the bad parts of a casino with none of the charm. You're in your bed. You got your dick in your hand and you're pissing away your wife's paycheck. And the entire time people are on Kalshi, and I'm going to say it again, everyone on Kalshi, it's so genius because you don't think you're at a casino. When you go on Kalshi's website or Polymarket's Polymarket, which we'll get to, when you go on Polymarket's website, you feel like you're buying and selling stocks. You're like a fast moving, like, yeah, buy that, sell that. No, I didn't tell you to buy that. It feels like you're going on Polymarket. The dopamine hit that you get, it feels like you're a 1980s dick slinging Wall Street big time guy doing hand signals. It feels like you're like, that's what it feels like. I did 200 shares of Donald Trump saying McDonald's. 200 shares. Let's get this photo up. That's beautiful. It feels like you're on the floor of a classic brokerage exchange in New York. It feels, and it's like, all these guys, you're not these guys. These guys are making money. Going on Kalshi, it feels like you're going on there and you're like, 500 shares of Enron now. Sell it. Get out of it. We got to get out of that position. You think that you're like a mastermind of the world, And in reality, you are Nancy from the casino. You are the new Nancy. And the difference is you have way less money than Nancy. At least Nancy has $1 million to piss away. You don't have $1 million to piss away. You don't. And you've been tricked into thinking you are a quant. If you don't know, a quant is short for a quantitative analyst, quantitative researcher. It's really high time that we surface this little microcosm in the culture. A quant is someone who uses computer science and data science and engineering, and they extract a lot of wealth from the markets. And the idea is that quants make markets more efficient. We all know here at Sean's show that that's a lie. Quants are actually bottom feeding little what do you call those things that hang on to like big boats? Muscles? Do you know, Alex?
Barnacles?
Barnacles. That's what they are. Quants, what they actually are, they're barnacles on boats, and they get a free ride to the other side of the ocean. They're parasites, right? But the thing is, quants, they probably can admit to themselves that they are parasites, right? That entire industry, they are parasites, and what they do is they design algorithms and they go, well, we're making the market more efficient. No, you're not. You're just taking $10,000 a day out of the teacher's pension fund of California. That's what you're doing. But those guys, they do that and they make millions of dollars a year doing that because they're very smart. On their raw intelligence level is a lot. And they have access to the quants have access to the fastest and most sophisticated tools on Earth in order to make their trading algorithms profitable and successful. And to bring it back, Kalshi, the average guy on Kalshi thinks in his head that he's actually a Chinese guy at Jane Street. And that is why Kalshi needs to be banned. Because every guy on Kalshi and Polymarket is putting $100 on whether or not Jared Kushner says the N-word. They think that they're making that bet and it's supported by all this evidence and that they have a unique outlook on the world. Much like what Sean show is a lie. I think I have a unique outlook, but I'm not gambling. But these guys go on Kalshi and they think that they're not betting. They're buying and selling event contracts. That is the genius of Kalshi. You're not making a bet. You're not gambling away your girlfriend's paycheck that she worked really hard for. You are investing in an event prediction a binary option. These guys think I'm buying a binary option. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you are not. You are getting fleeced. You are getting finessed by the autistic guys that run this company. Most people that gamble, they lose. They all lose. Okay? You are not a quant. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I am so sorry if your name is Kyle and you sell BMWs in Oklahoma City and you're on Polymarket and you think that you're this genius guy. You are not a quantitative researcher at Citadel. You do not work at D.E. Shaw and Co. You are not a market maker at 2 Sigma. I know them all. I wanted to work in that industry. You don't work. They go, I'm going to make an account on Polymarket. I have a great strategy. I'm going to be rich a year from now. You are going to be homeless 2 months from now. That is actually your future. Okay? And they finessed you and they brainwashed you into thinking that you actually know what you're doing. It's like it's like those guys that go gamble on slots, right? And these guys go gamble on slots and they think, oh, well, I actually have a special way that I play slots that actually makes me money. No, dude. Call 1-800-GAMBLER, please. Please. Yeah, they blow on the dice. All this we all know this shit. Superstitious. They only go on Tuesdays after 6:00. Right? All these delusions. And I'm really sorry to say that not only are you not a quant, you don't have a GED. What makes you think that you are the guy? You're the guy? So it's like you're the guy. So you sell BMW. So you're at your dad's BMW dealership in Oklahoma City. And you're the guy that just happens to have an edge in the event prediction gambling market. The only people making money on this are the people in Trump's administration and Nancy Pelosi. This is insider trading. Polymarket and Kalshi are literally a vehicle for the administration to insider trade and extract value, extract money from the population of people in the United States that are addicted to gambling. That is what it is. And they go, oh, well, we're working on building our trust. What does this say? We ban insider trading. So Kalshi's number one rule, we ban insider trading. No, you don't. No, you don't. How do you know? Oh, okay. Oh, wait, great. So you're going to ban. So Polymarket and Kalshi, they both say we're banning insider trading. Okay, great. Why is Donald Trump Jr. on your advisory board then? So you're going to ban insider trading, but Donald Trump Jr. is on your advisory board of your board of directors. That's convenient. That's really convenient. Oh, it is Kalshi. I thought it was Polymarket. So let me ask you this. Kalshi, let me ask you this. To the leadership of Kalshi. This is a message for the leadership of Kalshi. You claim that you're banning insider trading. And you want to make sure it's a fair prediction market, which is a casino. And at the same time, one of your advisors is in the White House and has access to privileged information. And the people in his orbit probably use your app and make money off it. And there's evidence of that. There's evidence that people in the fucking government and the military have made a shitload of money. No, insider trading. We ban if you're being honest, you would say we ban insider trading unless it's Donald Trump's family. Then they're allowed to. I'm sorry. And honestly, to zoom out a little bit, to be honest with you guys, all investing is insider trading. All wealth creation. Think about what wealth creation really is. The creation of wealth is insider trading. It's corruption. If you invest in something and you put your money into that thing, then you probably know that something good is going to happen in the future to that company or that event contract. Right? And so for them to say we ban insider trading, the entire existence of your company is a vehicle for insider trading. Rule number one of Kalshi is not we ban insider trading. Rule number of Kalshi is we only allow and we ban outsider trading. That's what it is. Oh, let's throw this up there too. Kalshi's rules. I don't like that all of these companies are doing manifestos now and rules. So Kalshi rule number 3. This is all oh my God, sorry guys, I want to move on, but it just keeps getting better. Okay, here's another rule from Kalshi. You ready for this one? Kalshi rule number 3. We don't win when you lose. That's just a fucking lie. How is that? That's just a lie. Yes, you do. That's the whole idea. Am I mistaken? Am I mistaken about your business model? Am I mistaken? How else do you make money? Do you not take a cut of the fucking transactions? We don't win when you lose. I mean, it's actually utter propaganda. And the guys, and honestly, I'm really going deep on this one, but it really matters to me because Polymarket and Kalshi, I'll say their names again because they are sponsors of the show. And by the way, can I say something? I am like one of 5 comedians in the world that is able to even talk about this because every single comic with a show is on their fucking payroll. Why is it that every public figure is now on the payroll of Kalshi, Polymarket, betonline.ag? You know, it's insane. They're all like doing ads. They're all doing You know what? It really, and again, guys, and this is actually a good transition to some other stuff too. Here's what I have a problem with. And here's actually what is so fucked up about I think where we're at with like art and culture in the United States is that the billionaire elite and the however you want to say it, the billionaire elite of the world, the politicians, they manufactured a world where having values is cringe. I mean, I don't know of another way to say it. They created, I mean, this is what happens when you have unfettered, late stage, laissez-faire capitalism. Is you get a world where and I want to be self-aware enough to realize that, hey, my parents are landlords. One of the reasons that I've never had to take in any money from these people is because I haven't had the need to. And I've sold out in my own way by working in this AI bullshit. But I gotta pay, it's like everyone goes, oh, I gotta pay the bills. That's the whole thing is, oh, I gotta pay the bills. I gotta pay my people. I understand that. And look, if you are, but when you are an A-list comedian, and you've built your entire audience on criticizing corruption, making fun of the people that are hypocrites and scumbags of the world, and then you turn around and you go and do an ad for Kalshi, and which is so fucking predatory, and you take money from those people. I don't want to hear another fucking word out of your mouth. I'm sorry. And then it sucks because, you go, and then you criticize, and then when you criticize and you go, hey, how does it make sense that you're trying to point out all of these hypocrisies in the world? And then you turn around and you go do business with them. How does that even, you are the same as them, right? And if you say that, you go, and if you say that to them, they go, dude, you're such a, what do you do? That's the tone they use. They go, dude, that's the sound of someone getting caught in a fucking corner. You go, so like you're purportedly this guy that calls shit out and is very honest and radically candid and just says what's on your mind, right? Yeah, that's my whole thing. Okay, why'd you do a deal with Kalshi? Shh. Hey, shh. Oh, you're shushing me? Okay. I didn't realize that part of comedy and art is getting shushed. Shh. Don't talk about my deal. Is this Eric Andre? He did a thing with John Cena, right?
Yeah, the FanDuel ad.
Yeah. Wait, really? God, dude, I fucking love this guy. We can't be Red Bar immediately. We got to give it 100 more episodes, Alex, before we start making the whole episode about how every comedian is a fucking sellout. You know what though? It needs to be said. I literally am so devastated. And and then I wonder, is it me? Because I cycle through every comedian that I used to love. I cycle through every single comedian that I used to love. And then someone goes, well, he did da-da-da-da-da. Like Jerry Seinfeld. Well, he fucked a 17-year-old. And I understand that people want to cash in. I understand as an artist, you guys, I understand that if you work fucking 10 to 15 to 20 years. What's this an ad for?
BetMGM.
BetMGM. And this is obviously
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx. I'm glad you said his name. If you're just listening. So all the and look, celebrities I get. I actually don't have a problem with like actors doing it because, actors doing deals with corporations, that's a story as old as time. Celebrity endorsements, right? But I'm speaking specifically about like artists and comedians, even musicians and not rappers, kind of. Rappers is tough because rappers are like, I'm hard as fuck. I'll kill your bitch. I'll fuck your bitch. And shout out to my sponsor, Kalshi. I keep that thing on me while I'm using Polymarket. Like, it's like, okay. Or Drake. Drake is always posting on Instagram about gambling. And again, I want you guys to know, I am not this prude guy who's like, I want to make it clear, I am not this like prude that thinks gambling should be criminalized. I am not a prude. But I will say this. I don't have a problem with people gambling. If you want to go gamble, that's fine. I'm going to make fun of you for it. I think it's a degenerate thing to do. And I'm saying this as someone who gambles. I fucking gambled yesterday. Palantir is down. Shout out to Palantir. Our favorite stock is down almost 3%. So I've day traded. I know people that do this are degenerates because I am a guy that does it. You guys got to trust me on this. I know the rush of making $8,000 in 12 seconds. It's a rush. It makes you feel like God. And that is exactly why all of these people taking money from Kalshi and Polymarket is so fucking sinister, especially if you're a fucking comic who's trying to call out hypocrisy in the world and keep it real. Because I'll tell you what, let me ask you guys this. If I took a deal, by the way, Kalshi did comment once on one of my TikTok videos. And I think I've said this on the show. Kalshi commented on one of my videos. And you know what I did? I commented silence brand. which we've talked about on the show before. So Kalshi has cozied up to me. I've said no. Number one, because I don't have a big enough audience yet to do a deal. It wouldn't make sense. So I'm waiting. No, number two, it's like, do you guys think that, let me ask you this. Do you guys think that the comics that are taking money from Kalshi are going to talk about it with the same level of anger that I have the ability to do? No, they're not. They might not even fucking talk about the story. This is a huge story and no one's fucking talking about it. This is a huge story and no one's talking about it because people are afraid of losing the deals that they have with these companies. That's part of the whole point of not taking money, you stupid fucks. You don't even need it. Sorry, maybe you do need it. Maybe you're cash poor like Mr. Beast. You know, that's the real problem is all these people that make money doing art, they immediately get 5 mortgages. You don't need 5 mortgages. Can we not? You know, the world would be a much better place if comedians that made a lot of money just didn't get 5 mortgages for $50K each per month. Maybe then you wouldn't have to take Kalshi money. Just have 2 homes. Is 2 not enough for you? Sorry. Maybe even 3. Just get 3 condos. Get a New York, LA, and a Miami condo. You really need a yacht? Kevin Hart, you really need to take a helicopter everywhere you go? Kevin Hart, you can't just take a private black car service to your daughter's whatever, soccer practice? You really have to take a helicopter to the Netflix studios every time, every day? You have to commute. I don't know if that's true, actually. All right, we got to move on. I will talk all day about comedians if you let me, Alex. We need like an actual timer. And the moment I start shitting on comics, you gotta give me like 5 minutes because I will talk about it for the whole show. But it's not just comedians. It's everyone. So here's the headline. Wow. All right. Sorry guys. I kind of went out of control there. So what is the actual story? This is from the Wall Street Journal. Huge story from the Wall Street Journal. They looked like they were getting rich on Polymarket, but none of it was real. Okay. The prediction market has flooded social media with deceptive videos paid by creators, according to a Wall Street Journal investigation. Which, by the way, Wall Street Journal's parent company, Dow Jones, has a deal with Polymarket. Hilarious. And also, props to them for still doing the story. Let's see. So this is a story. In his videos, George Makihara appears to have a lucrative side hustle making bets on Polymarket. In January, the college student posted a video that showed him winning $100,000 on a wager that President Trump would publicly say the word McDonald's that month. That bet was one of 145 that Makihara appeared to place on Polymarket's website between January and mid-May based on his videos, bets that added almost $410,000. But none of them were real. So here's the video. So it's not just this guy. So the video here, if you're just listening, guys, it's a short little Snapchat style video of this guy. It looks like he's gambling on Polymarket, and he's putting he puts $1,000 bet on, is Trump gonna say McDonald's? And then it cuts to him watching Trump say McDonald's and him going like, oh, let's fucking go. God, there's really nothing worse right now than the guys that go, yo, let's fucking go, dude. Dude, fucking, can you grow up? Fucking grow up. Yo, let's fucking go, bro, yeah. Is that how you express excitement? You fucking loser. Yo! And this is all a lie. This is not even what happened in real life, because apparently the story, the root of the story is that Polymarket created another website called Poiymarket.com, which people are calling Polymarket, which no, is not a place where you can buy and sell poi. I was thinking of koi. Poi is actually a Hawaiian dish. Poi market is not a market where you can buy and sell Hawaiian poi. I'm not actually a big fan of poi. I had poi once. It's just, I'm an American. I need sugar. Poi is like super healthy probably and really good for you. I had it once in 3rd grade and I was like, this needs way more sugar. But no, so we have, so basically what happened is that Polymarket paid a bunch of these college kids to pretend to gamble and win money on Polymarket. But in reality, this is from the Journal. In reality, this guy, those bets that he made would have lost more than $166,000. So in the video, it shows him making money. But in reality, those bets would have lost him money. But the thing is, that doesn't matter to them. That doesn't matter if you make or you lose money. It doesn't matter. Make sure the video says that they made money, by the way. But in reality, if they lose money, that doesn't matter. Han Nguyen, one of Polymarket's top performing creators. Wait, so where was my invite? I'm a top Polymarket creator. Am I not? I'm a top performing creator I'm a top Polymarket creator, but I am not on their payroll. I'm a top anti-Polymarket creator. So this guy, Hyan Nguyen, I don't know, it could be a woman. Hyan Nguyen, one of Polymarket's top performing creators, has filmed herself trading on the platform from a San Francisco bedroom. In one video posted on Instagram, Nguyen celebrated winning $60,000 after appearing to bet that Trump would say Olympics. I mean, how can we get that video in the shot there? It's like, how is this not fraud? How is this not a casino? Look at, when you press the button, you get confetti. That doesn't seem to me like an event prediction contract. That seems like a fucking digital casino. Everything around it, it looks like, and the app actually looks like you're on Charles Schwab. Kalshi and Polymarket, what they did is they made a broker website, and it looks like Charles Schwab. But that's the face of it. But what it actually is it's a way for you to piss away all of your money from your bed, which you can also do on Charles Schwab. Honestly, not only are Kalshi and Polymarket digital casinos, so is fucking Charles Schwab. They should all be casinos. I'm on Charles Schwab gambling. I don't know if you guys know. I am. Fuck Charles Schwab too. Fuck all of them. They're all casinos. I don't even know why we're splitting hairs between what is considered investing and what is considered gambling. It's all gambling. All of it is gambling. You think people so it's like, and I love that that's what most people are saying. They go, which I've said before too, but honestly, as I'm talking it out, they go, well, no. We got to make sure that Kalshi and Polymarket are seen as the casinos that they are, unlike Robinhood. Guys, people are losing. Honestly, we need to make, not only do Kalshi and Polymarket need to be regulated as digital casinos, Robinhood needs to be regulated as a digital fucking casino. Are you kidding me? Remember Wall Street Bets? Remember the GameStop thing? Everyone was signing up for Robinhood so they could buy a call option on GameStop. And if you don't know what a call option is, don't look it up. It's probably for the best. Okay? But like, Robinhood is a fucking casino too. It's all a casino. Wall Street's a casino. Everything is gambling. It's just a matter of, are you on the inside or are you on the outside? And you are probably on the outside. I'm sorry. So the Hype Machine, it's a great story. Go read it. For Polymarket, virality is everything. Founder Shane Copeland has told Polymarket's growth team to make the company impossible to ignore online. Well, you've done that. You've definitely done that. I'm talking about it. We all know it. Two people familiar with his thinking. Matthew Modaber, his close friend since high school, oversees Polymarket's growth efforts as chief marketing officer. These guys are just fucking losers. Polymarket is tracing to attract more trading volume than its primary competitor, Kalshi. And so these are the two main guys. And the genius of their companies is that they're not regulated as casinos. They're regulated as... they're not regulated.
Do you know about Shane Copeland's political philosophy?
No.
He believes that government should be ran through basically betting platforms. What is it? Futaki, Futaki.
Oh my God. Okay, throw this up there. This is amazing. I've never even heard of this. So, I love that the guy that owns the gambling company thinks that the government should be run by gambling. So, this is from Shane. So this is from the CEO of Polymarket's Wikipedia page. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So this is a little bit more about this guy. This is just the Polymarket episode. I'm sorry, guys. So let's read from the Polymarket CEO's Wikipedia. Here's in his career section. Inspired by economist Friedrich Hayek's theories on decentralized information and by Professor Robin Hanson's concept of futarchy, which is governance by betting markets. Oh, like future-archy, right? Archy being governance, right? Futarchy, I mean, that sounds like hentai. I think we should govern by futarchy, and that's not a type of hentai. What? Professor Robin Hanson. So the guy thinks that the government, we should be run by the concept of futarchy. Copeland set out to create a platform for crowdsourced predictions. In early 2019, he even wrote to Hanson expressing his ambition to, quote, bring prediction markets to life, though Hanson was skeptical after seeing many prior attempts fail. Okay, so this is the idea that policy decisions. So the CEO of Polymarket thinks that policy decisions should be made by a crowdsourced gambling platform. And no one, and no, he doesn't, this is like his leading theory. Of all the types of government that we have, of all the types of government that we've seen in the past, the CEO of Polymarket, conveniently, he's the CEO of Polymarket, right? Conveniently. He wants the government the decisions and the policies of the government to be driven by event prediction platforms. And by the way, he probably wants to be a government contractor. We are going to live in one of the most insane dystopias ever the dystopia that we're approaching fast is actually beyond imagination. I bet you, and thank you for calling this out, Alex. I bet you that one day Polymarket is going to try and work with the Department of War somehow. Somehow Polymarket is going to get involved with the government and they're going to say, we have all this valuable data on how people buy and sell on our app. And we want to sell that data to the government. And by the way, in the future, we're going to get betting markets that are like, should the gays be burned? I mean, it's like, it's like, should America return to theocracy? Like, that's going to be something you can bet on. So it's a crazy world. And guys, these guys are not going to go to jail. They're not even going to get fined. Nothing is going to happen to the guys it's utter fraud, right? We all know it's fraud. And nothing's going to happen to these guys because the CFTC has their hands tied because our government is run by Donald Trump. They're not going to get regulated. All right, that was our first story, guys. It's been 55 minutes. I felt like I needed to get that off my chest, though. We will never talk about. I gave them. This is an hour of free advertising for them. I said their name so many times. Oh my God, we can't even move on because Mark Zuckerberg is going to make one too. Oh my God. So now, if Polymarket and Kalshi were not enough for you guys, if you want more, Mark Zuckerberg is directing Meta to create a prediction markets app called Arena. Awesome. Just what we needed. You know, of all the problems in the world, you know, I don't know about you guys. Of all the problems in the world, I think to myself, if only there was a way that I could bet on whether or not Donald Trump Jr. would say the word Yemen. If only there was a way that I could express my point of view in the market about whether or not the Ayatollah would be assassinated. It's one of the things that I've always wanted, and thanks to the free market, thank God we have a free market where people can just do what they want. Thank God. Thank God that we have a totally unregulated free market so that we can have gambling apps, so that, well, number one, so that we can have like Dorito Gatorade. That's awesome. Just like random combo products like fucking Cool Ranch Dorito Gatorade flavor. That's what the free market gave us. And it also gave us an app where you can put your paycheck on whether or not the US government will murder the Ayatollah. That's also really good. And now Mark Zuckerberg wants to cash in. And you know what? I honestly wouldn't have a problem with all of these tech CEOs if they were just honest about being bad people and being scumbag, low-life, bottom-of-the-ocean losers. Barnacle fucking losers, man. If you got college, all these tech CEOs, if you guys were just upfront about the fact that you like money and you will do anything and whatever it takes to become wealthy because that's your core value, I wouldn't even have a problem with that. I wouldn't like you, but I would actually have more respect for you than what they actually do, which is their value is they want wealth and power at the cost of everything, at the cost of all of our well-beings. And they don't care about they don't think about the negative externalities of what they might be doing because they want wealth and power. If they were honest about that, I'd have some respect for them. But you know what they actually do? They come out and they say, no. Not only, no. You don't understand. I want to create an event prediction app that is actually a digital casino because I want to help the world. Do I conveniently get wealthy am I conveniently going to become a billionaire from this platform? Yeah, but I deserve that because of all the hard work I put into the platform. That's their logic. Okay. Yeah, no, I want to create an event prediction contract brokerage company. And I want to use predatory marketing, and I want to allow people to bet on sports. I want to allow kids to bet on sports. That's what it is. That's really what these platforms are. These platforms are not what they say that they are. They are a vehicle for children to do parlays. And let me ask you this. I'm kind of a capitalist. I'm kind of a capitalist, guys. I am not a communist. Okay? I think people, it's fine if you want to make some money. It's fine if you want to be wealthy. I'm not saying that makes you a fundamentally evil person. Do you understand? I'm a balanced guy. I am not a radical guy. I don't think trillionaires should exist. You know, that I don't like. But I am not saying that anyone with an entrepreneurial spirit and wants to make money and be successful is a bad person. Okay? You are a bad person if the way you want to make money is starting a digital casino where 14-year-olds can do parlays on whether or not the Ayatollah is murdered. I think that there are better ways that if you have an entrepreneurial spirit, there are better ways to spend your time, and you are a fucking lowlife. You're a low-life, Stanford-educated, intellectual, elite scumbag. If what you do, and that's what I really bothers me is the nihilism of Silicon Valley. The nihilism and the momentum and just the utter depravity of these entrepreneurs to just go and build for the sake of building. It doesn't matter what you build. What are you building? It doesn't matter what I'm building. They're performing for each other. That's what people miss about Silicon Valley. All these entrepreneurs are competing with each other and they're performing for each other. Okay? It's a big club, in the words of George Carlin. They are all friends, and they're all in this co-opetition where they all help each other, and they all love Hitler, by the way. Or at least Elon does. It's a cult. And it really makes me sick to see young people in their 20s. A lot of guys that I grew up with in Silicon Valley, and they are now like Silicon Valley is not liberal. Silicon Valley is not a liberal place. San Jose is not liberal. Palo Alto is a fascist city. Palo Alto is the HQ of fascism in America. Palo Alto, you know what? Fuck Palo Alto, California. And fuck you if you live in Palo Alto, California. Palo Alto, California is the preeminent, it is literally, it's the Third Reich. The Palo Alto, California is the HQ for the Fourth Reich. And people don't want to hear that. Everyone in Palo Alto, they have $7 million homes. And they voted for Kamala, and they sleep like a baby. You're worth $7 million. Your husband works at a boutique investment bank doing deals for the Epstein class, and you voted for Kamala. You are hardworking. You're a hardworking 8-figure Democrat. Palo Alto, California is filled with pseudo-intellectual 8-figure Democrats that care more about money, and they think that being having an ally, LGBTQ ally sticker on their, here, Palo Alto, I haven't been in a while. I'm actually going to go back. Maybe I'll go do some sightseeing. Palo Alto, California is and they all have this sign. Yes, they have this sign in the window. Love is love. Science is real. Honestly, in Palo Alto, I want to make a Palo Alto version of this sign. So many comedians have done this joke already, but in Palo Alto, and I know that, I'm self-aware. But in Palo Alto, it would say Palantir to the moon. If you know the sign where it's like love is love, science is real, water is a human right. If you go to Palo Alto, California, there's another one at the bottom, and it says Palantir to the moon. It says Bitcoin. It says one in Palo Alto, California. That sign would say 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. Palantir to the moon. Kamala 2028. Harris. It would say Harris Sanders 2028. Okay, I got it now. Ready? It would be the Palo Alto, California version of this sign. It's 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. Harris Sanders 2028. We call the police. Palantir to the moon. And then next to it, there'll be a sign that says Neighborhood Watch. We report any suspicious behavior and blacks to the police. We call the cops on black people in Palo Alto, California. And again, people and you know what's so funny? When you criticize Palo Alto, California and Silicon Valley, some people come back and they go, Sean, are you a Republican? No. Silicon Valley, they are not liberals. They go, well, why are you shitting on California? Okay, Joe Rogan. I am not. People in California are not liberals. They're Republicans. We have moved to the right. We all know this. The wealthy in California are now the Republicans of 20 years ago. And the Republicans of 20 years ago are fascists. And where does that leave me, little old Sean in Brooklyn, New York? Well, it makes me polyamorous. I'm polyamorous. I'm polyamorous. It's just like polyamory, but the L is an I. And I actually have sex with Hawaiian poi. I am polyamorous. Every day I wake up and I have sex with a different bowl of poi. All right. Guys, I think I've done enough talking. If you like the show, I really appreciate it. Please review the show on Spotify. Give us however many stars on a scale of 1 to 5. It's up to you. I'm not going to tell you what to give us. Give us 5 or 4. Don't give us 1 or 5. Don't. No half measures. When you rate the show, you give us 1 star or 5 stars. None of this half measure bullshit. Okay, have an opinion. Subscribe on YouTube, like the show on YouTube. Comment on YouTube. If you are a gambling addict and you need help, I will help you. And last but not least, please subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/Sean Show. There's a whole backlog of extra episodes for you to listen to. I also do an additional hour every single week, roughly an hour, 45 to an hour. For just $5 a month. $5 a month, you get a huge backlog of fun stuff. And you also get, and I get a little crazier. No, I don't. It's the same level of crazy on the Patreon. And I do an extra episode every single month. It's just $5 a month. Please go. Links in the description. Please, I hate advertising to you. This is how I make my money, guys. It's this or I have to sell out. Do you want me to sell out? It's this. All this stuff, please. Okay? So we're gonna keep going on the Patreon, where we're gonna talk about all the stuff we didn't get to. Trump's reflecting pool is a swamp. That's fun. A lot more stuff, guys. So much more. We just keep on rolling. Guys, give it up for Alex for being a great producer. I think we had a lot of fun.
Thank you.
He's doing great. And also Jimmy Fallon had Conor McGregor on, and that's a big drama. So we will keep going. Sean Show for eternity until I get a brain tumor. And that's it. Thank you guys. Bye.